Hello amigos, today I'm going to show you a super simple concept or idea, but it's something that I use myself literally every day. And if I sat and thought about it, it's probably in most of the songs that I've composed and performed with my band Calidad. It's so simple, it's almost embarrassing, but it works. And it took me many years of playing to refine my style down to a point where I got it as simple as what I'm going to show you is. Now, of course, this is not the only thing I do, obviously, but I'm giving you a little nugget of information today to add to all the other little nuggets that you collected from all the different musical sources out there. Me, YouTube, books, learning by ear, your guitar teacher, your friend, whatever, all excellent sources. So without further ado, let me play for you for a sec, and basically we're going to learn these little snippets. They're like almost partial arpeggios, but they're even simpler than that really. I'll play, then I'll talk. That's the kind of idea of what we're going to do today. As with all my lessons, there are countless variations. The simple ones I'm going to teach you here now. And if you want to go deeper, come over to my Patreon page where we go a bit more in depth on everything that I teach. Here on YouTube, I assume you're a bit more of a beginner. And over on Patreon, I assume you've got the YouTube stuff down and you want more. Okay. The chords I played: A minor, D, F, G. I'm still actually adjusting to using the webcam. You'll notice the F and G laziness again, but like musical laziness. It's a 4-string version of the F chord and a 4-string version of the G chord. By the way, tabs on Patreon. Now, the point of today's lesson, when I play an A minor, one of my most basic, instinctual, obvious first things that I'll do is I'll play the notes A, B, C. Now, the way I was taught to play, and one of the options that you have, which I still use, of course, it's not like I don't do this, but A minor chord, you might play an A minor scale. The notes of an A minor scale: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So if I played an A minor chord, do a bit of an improvisation. And that's really good stuff, and I do that all the time. But like I say, over the years, playing, busking, performing, writing, and trying to come up with music that people actually wanted to listen to, as opposed to music that got me moving my fingers in really exciting ways, I found that so often I could just play the first 3 notes. A, B, C. The first, second, and third degrees of the A minor scale. 5, 7, 8 are the chords, are the frets. 5, 7, 8. I think of it kind of like an arpeggio. Now, forgive me if you don't know what an arpeggio is, or if I'm losing you. If I'm losing you here, just stay with me for a minute, because we'll come back to more simple things. The A minor arpeggio is the notes A, C, E. That's another really, those notes were 5, 8, and 12 of the high E string. Arpeggio playing is another really common way of playing over a chord progression. So in this case, A minor chord, you might go A, C, E. D minor chord, you might go D, F, A. F major, F, A, C, and G. I also do that quite often. Arpeggios are great. I have some lessons on them and I should probably do more. But what I'm saying to you is that this little ABC, this cute cheeky little lick, I kind of think of as like a baby arpeggio. It's like, it's got the first note of the arpeggio, the root note, the A, of course, A minor, A, pretty obvious stuff. In A minor, the minor third is C, so that 8th fret note C would be played by almost any improviser. But rather than jump up to the 5th degree of the A minor scale, the E, I find myself using that B note, the 2nd degree of the scale. And those little bite-sized arpeggios, the first three notes of the scale, have stood me in really good stead over the years when I'm playing, writing, improvising. My phone just started blowing up. Something happened on my phone. That'll be right. And of course, like always when I'm teaching you, we combine the notes in new and unique ways. So you don't just go 5, 7, 8. You do whatever combination you want. Now this is a shape. The root note is the first note. And if it's a minor chord, which A minor, of course, is a minor chord, and the second chord of this progression was D minor, clearly also a minor chord. Because they're both minor chords, we're going to play the same shape. It's just going to start on a different note. The A minor starts on the A note. We jump 2 frets to the 7th fret, and then we jump 1 fret to the 8th fret. So that relationship, jump 2, then just 1. That's what I call like the baby A minor arpeggio, if you will. Cool. D minor. Where's the D note? Pop quiz. Do you know where the D note is on your high E string? Some of you do, some of you don't. The 10th fret of your high E string is a D note. Just like we did before with A, the first thing we did was jump 2 frets, and then we played the next fret. So 10, 12, 13. So when I play a D minor chord, I can go 10, 12, 13 in any combination. I think I've made it perfectly clear, just this is the last time I'm going to say this. Of course, there's so many other ways to play and improvise on notes. I'm just showing you probably the most basic way that I know, but also it's one that I use myself all the time. So if one of my bandmates came in and said, hey, let's have a jam, I've got this chord progression, it goes A minor, D minor, whatever, whatever, my fingers would almost immediately instinctively start playing with these little shapes. And the truth is, because I've used them so often in my own playing, I would soon enough move from them to scale-based playing, arpeggio-based playing, bringing in some accidental notes, whatever, whatever, whatever. But I want to share it with you because it's been fun, useful, and I continue to do it. So we've learned the minor shape where we go 2 frets and then 1 fret. So like 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, you get the point. Wherever the root note is, you can play that on a minor note. So if you're playing a G minor chord, the root note would be a G. Add 2 frets, that's 5. Add 1 fret, that's 6. With just 3 notes that are basically all next door to each other, we can start to speak the language of music. So we've done A minor, we've done D minor. Those were both minors, they both had the same shape. It's no accident that I finished this chord progression with 2 major chords so that we can learn the major shape, which is extremely similar but a little bit different. You know, because my last YouTube video, which was yesterday or the day before, I actually talked about the F bar chord. Let's play an F, just so some of you can practice your F. But the whole point of that lesson that I did the other day was to say there's different Fs. So F bar, the 4 string that I did earlier in the video, whatever, power chord, whatever you want to do. With minor, we did jumping 2 frets, and then we played the next door fret. With major, all we do is jump 2 frets and then jump 2 frets again. That's the first 3 notes of an F major scale. F, G, A. 1, 3, 5. So if I'm confronted with a major chord in an improvising, jamming or writing situation, one of the first things my fingers will do through years of having fun playing will just go, just play with those 3 notes. I'm not saying the finished song will just be those 3 notes, but it's a damn useful way of grabbing something and playing along. So here's an open G chord. Before I was doing the bar, I was doing the 4 string actually. Anyway, G major. Hopefully by now you can figure out what I'm going to say. We take the root note, we jump 2, and like I said before, because it's major, we jump 2 again. that last note, that B note, the 7th fret of the high string, is the major third of G. It's the major third, it makes it major, and that's why the major ones have that 4 frets between the first and the third note of these little baby-sized, bite-sized arpeggios I'm teaching you. And in the minor, like if it was G, it would be 3, 6, the flatted third. Flatted, literally flat it by moving 1 fret back to the 6 is the flatted third. I hope I've helped. I hope I haven't been confusing. Even if you don't understand all the lesson or don't like all the lesson, maybe something was useful for you. Maybe just a couple little notes. Even the simple idea of improvising with only 3 notes per chord, because so often, like I said, as guitarists, we'll play the scale. So it might be like A minor, D minor, F, G. Some people might just go A minor, D minor. Just kind of playing as many notes as they can. Just because they know the scale. I'm certainly guilty of that myself often. Sometimes it sounds good, sometimes it doesn't. But this is a concept using really, really simple ideas. Come onto Patreon if you want more. I will show you the logical growth from 3 notes. I've got my little 4-note grips, my little 5-note grips, and so on. And we'll get you improvising better and better every time you play. Thank you for watching. Catch you soon.